what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' this dude. About to react to this vid. It says, have you ever dated someone that their family warned you about? That is insane. If I was dating someone and their family was like, hey, he ain't shit low key, like, what you doing? I would run for the hills. Like, that is insane. If your own family is trying to warn people about how trash you are, that says a lot. That is fucking crazy. So I don't know why these people still proceeded to fuck with them. If they own family, imagine somebody mama come to you like, hey, run. get out. Like, get out as fast as you can. Like, go. He's trash. You would still be like, I'm gonna give him a chance. Like, what? I don't have sympathy for these people already, but whatever. Let's see what happens. Let's watch.
It's actually, like, insane how common this is. Have you ever had a partner?
Girl.
Yes, I have. I was 22 in a relationship with a man 10 years older than me, and we had no business being together whatsoever. Anyway, his parents were both retired college professors, very esteemed, very down-to-earth people. One weekend, we went over to their house to help them pack because they were relocating. And his mom pulled me to the side when she had a second to say, Taylor...
The son went to the bathroom. Mama was like, hey. He ain't shit, girl. Get out. And she still, well, she was 22, but I don't know. That's not an excuse.
You are so brilliant. You are so smart. You are on such a trajectory to do something big with your life. His father and I know where we failed him, and he's now at an age where
it's too late.
We know what trajectory our son is on.
Damn.
I promise you, if you stay with him, your life's not going to end up the way that you want it to.
Damn.
And it would probably be best for you to just move on from him.
That would have shook me to the core.
Right. 8 years later, he's exactly
8 years,
where I
bitch?
left him.
Oh.
Gorgeous
I was
girls
about to
that
say, I
have
thought she stayed with
boyfriends
him for 8 years.
where their family members tell them.
Okay, yes. 2019, I spent Christmas with my new boyfriend of 6 months at the time. It was a little quick, but I don't have any regrets because his 104-year-old great-grandmother was there, and it was an honor to spend her last Christmas with her. 104 years young. And she couldn't really communicate that much with us, but she could talk. And
I'm sorry. I know she old and all, but she just made it seem like, oh, this is her last Christmas. She about to die. Like, I mean, that is a safe assumption, but come on. Like, I don't know if you should have said that. Like, this is the last Christmas that she's about to have. How you know that? She might live to be like 110.
And she had things to say. And she looked at my boyfriend, and she looked at me, and she said, there's a lot of disadvantages with that one. And then she didn't explain it. She couldn't tell me what she meant by that. Nothing. I got zero explanation. But let me tell you, 3 Christmases later, and I think I know. I know. Rest in peace, Grandma Hilda.
That someone in their family warned you about them or told you not to stay with them.
Honey, do I have a story about this one? Gather around, y'all, because it is story time. Now, let's set the scene, shall we? This is my first boyfriend, and I'm spending Thanksgiving with his family. Thanksgiving was being hosted at his grandmother's house, and that's where we pulled up to. So, of course, me being the new girlfriend, I have to go and meet all of his family. And the reactions that I received from meeting the women in his family versus the males in his family told me everything that I needed to know. When I met the uncles and the grandpas and such, their reactions were that of, that's you, cuz? Damn, man, you got a good one. All right, now, boy, I see you. And all the other good signs of their approval, essentially. But the aunties and the grandmas' reactions were along the lines of, that's your woman? You bet not mess that up. You pulled her? Psh, don't mess that up now. Just an overall sense of, like, warning him to behave. And it really wasn't until after he and I broke up that I fully understood. If he were a good quality man, wouldn't the women in his family be congratulating him instead of warning him?
That someone in their family warned you about them or told you not to stay with
Girl.
them.
My ex's family tried to warn me via a wine glass at a Christmas party where I was meeting part of his family for the first time. I'll show you. I'm sentimental as fuck, so I keep everything even if it's painful. So this was the glass that I got. Everyone wrote something different on it. So I'm going to show you the highlights. You have the normal, it's nice to meet you. And you're like, oh, cute. But then you get to please be normal. It's not too late. And we really want to like you. So what I thought was cute, fun, teasing at the time was very much a warning sign that I ignored. And I definitely paid the price by getting my heart absolutely shattered. So it all makes sense after the fact now. So don't ignore the red flags.
They were giving you cryptic messages. I'm dead.
That someone in their family warned you about.
When my mom was dating my dad, my dad has a huge family. Nobody told them that my dad was unhinged except for one cousin. This cousin was in kindergarten. Now, my mom was helping my cousin with her coloring homework, and there was one part where she had to write a note to somebody in the family, to which my mom was then the recipient of my mom was the person she wrote the note to. So baby cousin wrote, Auntie Andrea, good luck with Uncle Max. Love, Jasmine. Somehow my mom was able to keep my cousin's homework, and she has kept it for years. My mom and dad were divorced when I was 5, right? My mom still kept that piece of paper, and she looks at it and she's like, Jasmine was the only real one in the family.
It's actually insane how common this is. Have you ever had a partner?
All right, I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet, but I was dating this guy, and I known him since I was 17. While we were younger, he had always kind of been into with people, always fighting and just doing shit he wasn't supposed to do. But we didn't start dating until I was 21 or so. So I figured, he grew up as people do, and me and my friends went out one night, and we went to go get some food after the night was over. We sent him inside to go get our food, and we had been waiting 10 minutes or so, and he didn't come out. So we look over to see what the hell's going on, because you can see through the glass, in the restaurant. And he jumped over the counter and started fighting the people in the fucking restaurant. We finally get him in the car and get him back to his house. His brother's at his house. He looks me square in the eyes after I tell him what happens, and he goes, well, that's going to keep happening if you keep dating him, so you might as well wrap it up now because he's not going to change.
Yeah, that's a huge
someone
warning.
in their family warned you about that?
Well, his behavior was a warning.
So this is the story about how his mother warned me about him without warning me about him. Story time. So before I met my husband, my mother always told me to watch how he treats his mother, because the way he treats his mother is the way that he'll treat you. So when I was in college, there was this dude I was dating who I was head over heels for, and he took me home to meet his parents for the first time that summer, and I was the first girl that he ever took home to meet his parents. So I noticed that dude was talking to his mom all reckless, and one day while we were driving around town, he got into an altercation with her, and my man's hopped out the car in the middle of a busy intersection. And I'm still in the car with his mother, who says to me, and I quote, listen, I love my son, but duck that mother sucker. Come again? And it was at that point that I knew.
Partner.
Did you get out? If it's another black person, I'm going to head out.
Family warned you.
I've had 3 in my lifetime. One when I was 18, and it came from his sister and his brother. That ended very badly.
Not making us look good, ladies.
Cheated and ended up marrying somebody else.
Okay, somebody white coming.
And then the second one was when I was in undergrad.
Okay, girl, get to it though. Y'all stories get too long.
Older than me. His own father came to me and was like, look, Jazz, your life, the things and the goals and aspirations you have, my son don't have that. Now, granted, he was a worker. He was a really good dude, but we just didn't align. The third person, and I still have that note somewhere in my cabinet. This dude was way older than me. Met him in D.C. on an internship, whatever. Way older than me. His best friend's wife wrote me a letter and gave me a gift and was like, Jasmine, run.
She got right to it.
That someone in their family warned you about them or told you not to.
Okay, so I will set the scene. This is 4 years ago, this holiday season. I'm currently with my last boyfriend. He is a drug addict, an alcoholic. But then a few days.
She was gonna talk for 2 minutes.
I'm not told you not to stay with them.
Ooh, all right. So the answer is yes. I had to been around, 19 years old. And on 2 occasions, the mom of the guy I was seeing at the time, one, she told me that I should be prepared because her son ain't shit.
Damn,
and the phrase she used was, it ain't nothing for a nigga to lie. Then maybe a year
and some change later, she said, Andrea, you need to get somebody that has some letters behind their name, like a PhD, BA. I think she did licensed therapy worker or something like that. 14 years later, I have a child by that same person. So, not together. Definitely not together. But definitely happy.
This is sad. Y'all should have broke up with them, like, right away. You have to really think about how fucked up that person has to be for their own family to basically betray them and come to you and tell you that this person is terrible. Like, what are you doing? And especially if it's their parents telling you, out of all people, not their cousin who might be trying to holler at you or their little annoying brother. Their parents are telling you, this is a bad idea. Go find somebody better. He's not it. And you still decided to proceed. You still had a child. I can't. I'm sorry. I would have to break up with them. Like, you just have to think about how deep that is. Like, that's wild. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.